Hey guys, Andreas here, and in today's video we're going to talk about why it's so crucial for you in sales to move from being a commodity, from just delivering goods and services, to becoming a strategic expert partner for your client. So without further ado, let's dive into why it's important and how you can do it. So one of the nicest ways that I found to visualize the importance of the role that you are playing in the perception of your client or prospect comes from Miller Hyman. They came up with something called a buy-sell hierarchy, and I simplified it here. It's very obvious, but it's a really beautiful way of visualizing it. Now, in the perception of your client, you can be at a level where they look at you as someone who delivers a commodity. And actually, that's what most people are doing. They present themselves as someone who delivers some solution, some product, some commodity, and that's how they talk to the client as well. They're very much about the features, about their product. Now, the next step or steps in a hierarchy would be if you move up to be being perceived as someone who delivers good qualities in good products, good services. Right? So that lifts you up from being just a mere commodity. Now you're looked at as someone who provides good services and products. However, these both roles, in Miller Hyman it would be 3, these are the levels you don't want to be in because it's tough to be there. I'm going to show you in a second. Now, the better idea is move up in the hierarchy of the perception in the client's mind by showing them that you are someone who contributes to their business issues or to their organizational issues. Here, up here, you become the strategic partner and you are an expert. Now look, the most amazing thing happens when you look at it a little bit more closely. Where do you think competition is the highest? Look, the more you are at the bottom of this hierarchy, the more you have to deal with competition, the more price is going to be an issue because you are going to be compared to everyone else because you are just providing a commodity. Yeah? So you have competition, you have price issues, and probably you already know that from your own experience. It's really tough to be there. It's really hard because here you have to work hard. You have to follow up with your clients. You really have to put in a lot of hours, a lot of work because they don't even look at you on eye level. Now, what happens if you move up here? The higher you go, the higher the trust of your client and prospect in you, in your company, in your ability to contribute to their issues on a business level and organizational level. Now, what happens here is price, not so much an issue anymore because you try to understand the real situation of the client. Competition, not so much a big issue anymore because you are finally someone who tries to understand my situation. Because I'm not just someone who's going to buy something from you, but you are going to be my partner for the next years. You are going to help me to achieve my objectives, to make my strategies come true, and you are going to help me to avoid all the risks that I need to avoid at all costs. So if I perceive you not as a salesperson, but as a strategic expert partner, now I'm going to listen to you, to your recommendations. And even if you're a little bit more expensive or even way more expensive, the more trust I have to you, the more willing I am to put my future into your hands. One of these examples is, if you imagine you needed a heart surgery, would you go for someone that you don't know that maybe has done 2 or 3 heart surgery and actually is a surgeon for, let's say, gastro issues and diseases? Would you feel comfortable in getting someone operate on your heart like this? Or would you not rather go to the expert that really tries to understand, that shows that they have done it before, that they have been successfully doing these types of operations? Now, this is what your goal is as a salesperson. You want to move up in the hierarchy by asking the right questions. You have to ask your client about their strategy, about their personal objectives, the business objectives, short-term, mid-term, long-term. What are the risks that they are trying to avoid? What are the biggest headaches they have around topics that you can discuss with them? You want to show that you already have experience dealing with these types of situations, and you want to be the person they turn to whenever they have a question that is remotely coming into that direction. You want them to think of you first. You want to be the one that comes to mind as the strategic expert partner that helps me solve my challenges. So remember, you need to move up in the hierarchy. It's all about perception on the client side. How do you move up? Asking the right questions, being genuinely interested in the strategic goals and the strategy of your client, and digging deep and showing that you care, showing that you can understand what they are going for and that you can help them. And then you will find that sales is going to become super easy and comfortable. And by the way, most salespeople feel more comfortable up here anyways. So do it by asking the right questions. If your sales team doesn't know how to do it, train them to do it. It will change your achievements drastically if you manage to move from here to there as a company, as a team, as an individual expert sales consultant or strategic partner.